Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Kaldheim Draft here on the channel. I'm going to go pick by pick, play by play, through the draft, talking through everything so you know what to do when you draft the format yourself. It has returned to MTG Arena. There's going to be an arena open for the set, so you'll want to know how things work. We're going to start things off with one of the best uncommons in the set, Basalt Ravager. This card is very strong. It can even target players, which is worth noting, and oftentimes you'll have a changeling, or you'll have a couple giants, or a couple wizards, and this card will do fantastic work. So a great first pick. The rare is not super notable, because it really cares about having legendaries, which isn't going to really come up in draft. It is worth noting that there's a snow-covered basic in every pack, and these are cards that you'll want to prioritize, especially depending on your archetype. Icebind Pillar can be really good, but it does require some snow lands in your deck, and so you'll need to prioritize those cards. Maya Bredegard Protector, I don't know why it goes off the screen, is a pretty good uncommon, but it is 2 colors, so I don't want to start with that. And other than that, the commons are really unspectacular in this pack. Goldvein Pick can do some stuff sometimes, but it's really just the uncommons that are the best cards, and I'd probably take the snow-covered basic over these commons, just because they're not very good. Okay, so we have started off with Basalt Ravager. Snow-covered mountain can actually be really important because there is a common Frostbite, which cares about having a lot of snow-covered basics in play. That being said, Basalt Ravager, Bergstrider, a match made in heaven. This is a giant. It does want me to have snow lands, but I think Bergstrider is good enough that it's worth taking here, and blue-red is a good color combination in this set. It might be an unintuitive pick. Scary Firewalker looks really good as a red card to follow up the Basalt Ravager, but I'm really a big fan of the Bergstrider. Looking at the uncommons, Icebind Pillar has a much higher snow requirement than Bergstrider, so I don't like following up the Ravager with the Pillar. And then Vicious Return is just a little bit slow. Coal is good, but I don't like second picking it here. I don't like to just commit myself to red-white. So Ravager into Bergstrider is a pretty good start to this draft. Snow-covered mountain is tempting, but I'd probably still take Pillar or even this, or maybe even Coal over the mountain at this point. Hopefully we can get the mountain a little bit later, the snowlands. Okay, interesting. So we're starting off, we could take Volatile Fjord, which is a card that I'm very tempted by, especially now that I have this Bergstrider. But I think I'm just going to take Mistwalker, because it's a really powerful common. It's deceptively good. Being a changeling is actually really relevant. It helps fuel giants, synergies, and I do really like getting the snowlands, and you do have to prioritize them. But blue-red isn't going to be so dependent on snow that I'm going to absolutely have to take it. Somebody's going to be taking the Icebind Pillars, and they'll probably be taking a lot of the snowlands as well. It is a little bit unfortunate that we're not getting to take snowlands, but we just want to establish strong cards first, and Mistwalker's a really good addition to the deck. Plays excellently with Basalt Ravager. If I wasn't taking this, I probably would take the snowland here. It is a little bit committal, but I think it's still worth doing. Icebind Pillar is a good card, but again, you really need to have like 7 snowlands for it to be good, and I'm not sure I'm going to get that number. Wow, Glimpse the Cosmos is absolutely fantastic and makes me feel great about the decisions I have been making with regards to taking giants. I do think Invasion of the Giants is a lot worse than like you might think. It's an uncommon that cares about giants, sure, but it's also incredibly slow, and the 2 damage doesn't really matter, so not my favorite card, though it is playable in certain blue-red decks. Demon Bolt is the only other real consideration, but I think Glimpse the Cosmos is just enough better. It's just such high amount of card advantage, and blue-red is one of the color combinations in this set that benefits from the fact that Squash plays really well with the cards you want, so you get access to extra premium removal spell that, because Squash costing 2 mana is going to be really good, which is a deal 6, so I can take the Glimpse of the Cosmos here and then still get removal a little bit later. Okay, here we'll take the Snow-Covered Island easily. Still want to make sure we get the Snow-Covered lands to play with Bergstrider and any future snow cards I get. Dwarven Reinforcements, Shackles, Vault Robber not particularly strong, not a huge fan of the Invader, and Carfell, and then Raven forms a bit of a trap as a card. Just, you don't want to be giving them 1/1 flyers. Battleshield Warrior is pretty good, but easy snowland there. And we get to follow that up with another Bergstrider. This draft is going absolutely splendidly so far. We haven't really seen a reason to go red, other than the fact that we kind of want to go for blue-red giants payoffs. But we already have 3 giants just within blue, which is another reason why just staying the course, taking Glimpse over Demon Bolt is another nice decision for us. We could even go blue, green, snow if we get enough snow lands going forward. Okay, now here's an interesting pick. There is Frostpire Arcanist, which is a giant, but plays much better with certain cards in the set. So, like, you need to have, like, multiple copies of Instants and Sorcerers, which we don't have. I will say Giant's Amulet is really good, and it's a giant, so that's a card that I'm very tempted by. The Alpine Meadow, I don't really wanting to splash any white cards. Craven Hulk can do some stuff, but I'm more of a defensive deck probably, given how heavy I am on blue right now and the fact that I don't have any early drops. So I think I'll take Giant's Amulet as another 5-drop, even though I do have plenty of 5-drops already with the Berg Striders. I think it's just a pretty good card. Helps you stabilize. One copy of Run Ashore can be very strong. Depart the Realm. Pilfering Hawk is reasonable as well if you get enough snowlands. I don't really have enough snowlands to make it good. And then Priest can be okay as well if I want to just go a more controlling route. But I'll just keep taking the blue cards for now. One copy of Run Ashore is nice. Okay, so this is the wheel pack. The Snowland did not wheel. We're seeing some white cards. I guess we can take Undersea Invader, or maybe we'll just take Revitalize. Just speculatively. We'll just keep taking blue cards. Don't want to pass any of those. Wow, we wheeled a Snow-Covered Mountain. That's excellent. Miss Sivlet Yara is just not very good. We're definitely playing blue, so if we were going to play blue, we aren't going to really want to pair it with this sort of Death Knell Berserker. And Dogged Pursuit is just not a very good card, so it's actually, like, super bad, so don't play that card. Really happy to get another Snowland, given that I have the Berg Striders. I'll take the Icebind Pillar, because I am going to want to prioritize Snowlands. So far we're off to a pretty good start here. We don't have to play red in any way, shape, or form. There's no reason to do it, other than the Ravager and the fact that we have one Snowland to go with our Berg Striders. Red just wasn't super open, I don't think. But I'm struggling to think about what color would have been open instead. Maybe we would like to pair with green, but we don't really have as many Snowlands as we want going into Pack 2 if we wanted to play blue, green, snow. But wheeling a couple of Snowlands or getting them late was really nice, especially this, yeah. So having 2 Snowlands after Pack 1 is really good. You want like 5 Snowlands to make this card good. Sure, we'll take the Effigy over the Vault Robber. And maybe I'll just take this guy just in case I need 2 drops. But I'm not committed to red by any means just because I have this card. It's just a very strong card. We'll take the Harbinger now, get a 2-drop. Yeah, this is going pretty well so far. I'm happy with where we're at. We're actually in a very good shape because if we open a very strong card, we can also take that. And that'll be very good. Multiple Icebind Pillars are a little bit tough because even if you have enough Snowlands to enable them... Ooh, this card can be pretty good. To enable them, you might not have enough Snowlands to enable 2 of them at once. Okay, we opened the worst rare in the set. This card does pretty much literal nothing. So let's see what else there is. There is Frostbite, which is the card I was mentioning earlier that cares about having a lot of snow permanents. And so far we have 2 Snowlands, 2 snow permanents, and snow permanents, so we could enable this one decently well. Let's see if there's anything else, like if there's a reason to go into a second color. Clarion Spirit is really good. This card just can take over games. We don't have that many cheap spells to double spell along with it. Feed the Serpent's also a really good common. Black might have been more open than than red. But I'm not gonna... I think this could be a pack where I get a lot of red cards, because I didn't see red pack 1, and so I get red pack 2, and then I go back to just getting blue pack 3, and we end up in good shape. And Frostbite's really good. I already have a couple Snowlands. I don't really have a reason to go black. Feed the Serpent's solid, but I'd rather just get Frostbite here. Okay, there's Sfella Ice Shaper. Fierja's Retribution, I wish I could switch colors for it, because it's just such a good card, or if I could splash it. But it's just an unsplashable card in my blue-red deck. Like, even if I was playing blue, I would have to, like, switch to white and then also splash black. Story Seeker's pretty good. Courser's mediocre, but Svella is really good. But unfortunately, red is the color. If it was blue in some way, then I'd be much more likely. But I don't. Red's already a relatively light color, and you don't really want to splash Svella as much because you want to be able to cast it on turn 3 to make it good. I'll just take Snow Covered Island. It's going to be good in my deck no matter what, and I don't really have to worry about it. It's just a good playable to get. You just need to make sure you prioritize those snow lands. Ooh, okay, so here it would be close between, if this was a snow-covered land, but Behold the Multiverse is just such a good control card that it's really, really nice to get one here. It'll just really help me lock up the late game. You just get so much card selection, card advantage. Rune of Flight can be good as well, but I feel like I'm already pretty reasonable in the late game, thanks to my Bergstriders and Icebind. Yeah, so 3 snowlands so far, pretty good. Behold the Multiverse. I'm just going to keep taking blue cards. We are seeing a black snowland, which is nice. Looks like Behold, though. Okay, the snowlands aren't cooperating in terms of which ones they are. Turgid's Shadow can actually be really good, because you can sometimes use it as like a semi, just like you don't play any creatures and then they make them sack too. But there are some tokens decks which really wreck it. Don't really need the Brine Bear or Intruder. Bind the Monster isn't really a card I like playing. Inga. Sometimes playable. Better than Seize the Spoils number 2. Better than Bind the Monster. Bind is just, you take a lot of damage and sometimes you can't even cast it. Don't really want Faceless Haven. But I could play it as an 18th land if I get enough snow. I don't want a second run ashore, and I don't want Jarl of the Forsaken. I'm glad I see this card, though, because I forgot it existed, because I haven't drafted this set in a while. But yeah, Runed Crown decks are sometimes cool, but you kind of need Runed Crown earlier than Pack 2, and we've only seen them in Pack 2 so far. There's another Behold the Multiverse. There's a Vega the Watcher, which is a really good blue-white card. Because whenever you cast a card from Foretell, you just get huge amounts of value. But I think we're just going to keep taking Behold, take blue cards, stick with our blue-red plan for now. We didn't really see a lot of white pack one, I don't think, either. And blue-red's just a really good color combo in this set. Again, blue-green land is really good, but we don't have to switch. We can even just stay open until the very, pack 3 even. Just keep taking snow-covered lands. We have four snow-covered lands in Faceless Haven, which we're probably not going to play because it's really hard to activate. But we'll just keep taking our solid cards. Mistwalker's really good. Our Icebind Pillar's getting there in terms of being good. King Narfi's Betrayal is not very good. Just super slow draws effect. You can just be playing Behold the Multiverses. Lots of white cards from this direction. Iron Verdict, Doomscar, both solid, but nothing too special. Priest of the Haunted Edge is a very good 2-drop for these sorts of snow control decks, but only if you have the right tools to enable them, like a lot of snow lands. But yeah, Frostbite's looking good. Basalt Ravager's looking amazing in this deck. Seize the Spoils looking pretty unnecessary because I already have 2 Beholds and a Glimpse. So I've kind of got card advantage on lock. Carfil Harbinger would be reasonable because I've got some expensive instants and sorceries. But it's not like a huge, like a great card. I have some wizards. This is a really bad pack. I don't really want the Yeti. I'd rather play Inga, the Scrying. So I'll just take the Valkyrie. We have a lot of playables here, so we should be fine no matter what. We're not going to play Strategic Planning. Let's just take Story Seeker in case we do make a white transition. Worth noting, Grizzled Outrider is actually a pretty reasonable card. Story Seeker is actually a very good card as well. We'll take Disdainful Stroke. It plays well with Behold the Multiverse, because you can hold up the casting of this or a counterspell. And I'm a little bit lacking in removal. I guess I'll take this guy. I don't really want the Binding of Lityara or whatever the other guy was. Mist of Lityara. I guess I'll take a second run ashore. I'll be cutting that very quickly once I get more playables, though. I'll just stick with all the blue cards I have right now, though. Not really a huge fan of the Dwarven reinforcements. I guess if I had to build a 2-pack deck, it would look something like this. This is actually a doable 2-pack deck. Okay, so I currently have 4 Snowlands. I don't think I want to take the Icebind Pillar. I think I'd rather just take the Snow-Covered Mountain. Question is, do I want to play blue, or do I want to play... I mean, do I want to play red, or do I want to play a different color? There's not really anything pulling me a different direction. Righteous Valkyrie is a good white card, but I don't really have a lot of angels to go with it, so it's just like a 3-mana 2/4 flyer, which is good, but I think my red cards as a combined whole are probably better than that. The Frostbite and the Ravager, and the fact that I have a Snow-Covered Mountain to fuel my snow synergies. So I'll just take the Snow-Covered Mountain. Maybe I'll even wheel the Icebind Pillar, depending on if other players got the snow they needed already. This is like an elf payoff, but it's hard to... So I'm not going to switch to that pack 3, obviously. Path to the World Tree is really good, but I'm not playing green. This pack is just awful. Like, there's not even a good card, no matter which color I was in, unless I was in green, in which case Path is really good. Because you can search for snowlands and stuff like that. Run Amok can be good. I guess I should give that card some credit. Just not for my deck, really. Would I rather have Surtland Frostpire or another Snowland? That's the question. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get a 6th Snowland, maybe I can start thinking about playing Faceless Haven, which is nice. And Frostpire is a little bit tricky to use. It costs like 6 mana, and it doesn't always do what you want. It doesn't kill any of my creatures, really. Which is a nice bit of upside. Maybe it'll wheel. It probably won't, though. I think the Snowlands are more important. You just always need to have your snow cards on. I'll take Pilfering Hawk now. Over Firewalker, mostly because I already have some 3-drops, but I have very bad 2-drops right now, so I just need more of these. Though it is worth noting that I can put Beholds down as 2-drops. I also don't really want to be attacking that much, and I have a lot of expensive cards that I don't want to flip over with Firewalker, so all that leads me to the Pilfering Hawk. Nice little Carfil Harbinger. Helps me cast some stuff. Another Snowland. This Frostbite's going to be great. The Bergstrider's going to be good in the Icebind Pillar. So, like, I have 4 cards, 5 cards that care about snow. And they're all going to be pretty good here. And I have the Faceless Haven that I think I can actually play now that I've got a lot of other Snowlands. Ooh, this guy's a nice 2-drop. Play him early, just start attacking, get some stuff. Yeah, I can definitely play Faceless Haven at this point. Priest would be a reasonable card if I was playing the black version of this deck. Blue-black snow. Between Giant's Amulet, number 2, and Mistwalker, I'm going to take the Mistwalker. I don't have a ton of 3-drops, and Mistwalker's great as a 3-drop. It just does everything you need. Don't think I need Seize the Spoils. Don't think I need Second Run Ashore. Don't think I need 2 to Part the Realm. Don't need Brine Barrow Intruder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We'll see if we struggle to win games. I don't think we will, though. We didn't wheel Icebind Pillar, which is not a shock. Don't want Var. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have plenty of things to do on turn 2. We did wheel the Frostpire, perfect. That gives me a lot of confidence to play my 18th land, because now I have a land that activates, a land that activates. Plenty of snow lands, so I'll play 18 lands. I have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 lands here, so I have 19 playables here. So that means I can go like 20, 21, 22. Only 11 creatures. So I'll just play another Depart, maybe. Well, I'll just play that guy. Nice. Like, sure, it's not great to boast away something huge, but I'll play it. Okay, Carful's way better than Pilfering Hawk. Even though I don't have infinite ways to use that, I think I can play the second run ashore now that I have another one of those cheap guys. Maybe I do want to play Raven Wings just so my 1/3s are still relevant cards in the late game because there'll be 2/3 flyers. Okay, we'll think about it. So we're going to play an 18th land here. So this is... Let's just double check our colors. We're definitely going to want to play more blue than red. 6, 8, 9 to 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 7. I think I can go 10, 7, 1. Okay, this is 6, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 6, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to add an extra island. So that'll be 10, 7 mana base, plus the Faceless Haven is perfect. And let's see. This is a creature, so I really have one more creature than it says. So I have 13 creatures. Do I have any other, like, secret creatures? No. Do I need 3 Karfell Harbingers, though, is the real question. I don't think so. I definitely don't need Seize the Spoils. Don't need the reinforcements. Pilfering Hawk, I don't need. I can just draw infinite cards anyway, and I have good ways to use my mana, maybe. I don't know if I need the Hawk. This is an tempting card, but we're going to try it without it first, because I think I can probably win just by using Mistwalkers and stuff. But yeah. Yep, we're going to try it like this. I will see you folks in the games. If you've been enjoying my content and would like to support my work, you can do so at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patrons gain access to tons of cool rewards, such as my draft tier lists for every set, and I would like to give a special shout out to those who support at the credits level. Thank you so much to all of my current and future patrons, and without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We are going to keep this hand on the play. Harbinger into Glimpse. We have 2 Snowlands already, which is great. We have a Disdainful Stroke for some interaction. Hawk is not a very good card. Like, I considered playing it, but I just don't think it's very good. Let's see what we shall see. We are going to grab Bergstrider. We will foretell a card. Foretelling a card can be risky because your opponent can figure out what it is, but I think we'll still be fine. I wish this was Behold. Hopefully they cast something that I can Disdainful Stroke. I am remembering that I started to not like Karfell Harbinger for this exact reason. It does get a lot worse when you draw like multiples, so maybe I'll cut one of those. Okay, Ravager is really good. So's Icebind Pillar. They have 4 cards in. This is probably Behold or something. Or it could be easily. So they could just pull ahead on cards. Ravager is going to deal 2 damage at least, probably 3. It's like it's a really close call there. I think I'm just ultimately want to go with the 2-for-1 so I can stay even on value. I tapped this guy so they couldn't activate it to kill this thing. Because they have all snow lands right now. Okay. That's a really annoying card to deal with. I'm hoping that they think I'm just bad. Killing this now is actually huge. I'm going to play this. They're going to Priest my Bergstrider. And I'm going to bounce it back to my hand with Depart the Realm. Is my current plan. Essentially trading this for a Priest. And I still have Disdainful Stroke up. And I'm setting up my Basalt Ravager to be dealing 4. Okay. And then if I counter a big play here with Disdainful Stroke, I'll be in really good shape. Okay, that's actually pretty scary, considering what I've seen from their deck so far. I do want to play my land. I don't think they're heavy black. There is a card that, like, is black, essentially makes me discard a card. But I think playing my lands is going to be more relevant for if I draw my Behold the Multiverse. I am going to counter that. Because now they only have 3 cards to deal with. I have my Ravager to kill whatever they play next that matters. Okay, they drew another Behold the Multiverse, I guess. That's really annoying. Okay, that's a card I have to kill with my Basalt Ravager. Because that card is really, really scary. Yep, Behold is really good in these situations. Both of these are good for me. I just want spells, so... This is going to make all their lands into 4/4 threats, so I have to kill that guy. Yeah, I was hoping to get a Squash. This is the card that I was talking about. It's like a giant payoff. One thing that I can do... So this is 5 mana, or I can cast this and this. I'll do that. Could even do that and hold up Run Ashore. I think this is better. One thing I'm thinking about doing with Run Ashore is bouncing this thing to my hand so I can use it again. Because then I can deal another 4 damage. Okay, Narfi's pretty dang good. Holy heck. And they get to discard it. Oh no. Yeah, that's bad. I was hoping they didn't have Narfi. Okay. Okay. Hopefully we can obliterate them here. So I'm going to attack, make it 2-1, and then I will use my... Actually, I will attack, make it 2-1, then use Run Ashore when they put Narfi into play to bounce Narfi to their hand and put one of their guys on top or something. They're going to double block here, single block here, single block here. I don't have to do that yet, so I have options. Perfect, perfect, just what I wanted. I'm actually okay with just damage like this. Because I'll kill both their Frost Augers. But this works out much better for me because then they'll spend the mana to bring back Narfi here. Do I want to kill a Pilfering Hawk or make a 2-1? They are going to bring back Narfi again no matter what I do, pretty much. So I think killing one of these is important. Are you kidding me? This is just nutty. I can't believe that they just have infinite snow cards. Every card in their deck is snow. It's super hard to compete with that, gotta be said. Yeah, I can't win this game. They have too much good stuff going on. The fact that they've literally never missed with a Frost Augur because their entire deck is snow cards and Behold the Multiverses makes this game impossible. Kudos to them. I guess their mana could be rough sometimes in the early turns, but they look like they have a lot of blue sources. It's just, like, super hard for me to pull this off. Okay, let's kill the Augury Raven. This thing's just gonna take me down. Yep. Nothing I really could have done differently this game. I got a pretty good turn off, but it's just super... They drew like 4 extra cards off of these Frost Augers before I kind of crushed them. Yep, I'm just going to concede. Nothing more to be done here. I don't have any removal, really, for the Ascendant Spirit. That's just tough. That's how it goes sometimes, though, in draft. See you next round. Welcome to round 2. I did make one change to the deck. I added a Pilfering Hawk over one of the Carfil Harbingers. I kept this hand because I had an Icebind Pillar. And, like, this thing can be used as a spell in a lot of situations, almost. So... It was land heavy, I will say. But we're also going to be able to activate our Faceless Haven soon. Given that we've drawn all the lands. Terrible timing on this Pilfering Hawk. Well, what can you do? We'll be able to discard some of our basic lands. This is why we're playing all the snow ones and special ones first. And Haven can be on Icebind Pillar activation duty. And eventually when we sacrifice this, we'll be able to kill their Breakneck Berserker. Gosh, I've drawn lands every turn except for this one Pilfering Hawk. Gosh. Beholding? Oh no, they're not Beholding. Interesting. What could this be? It's not Behold. It's not... It could be a counterspell, but I don't think so. It could be Demon Bolt. You can just stop at combat next time. Definitely ditching an island. I wanted to see if I could draw a Snowland or something like that. There's a Magic the Gathering term where, well, not term, but theory that says that if you can avoid giving your opponent a choice, you want to do that. So one thing that I could do is like be like, oh, I want my opponent to spend 2 mana to activate this. But giving them the option to do that is also just bad inherently because I don't know what's in their hand, and so it could be good for them. And giving them that option unnecessarily isn't great. But yeah, Mistwalker just shuts down everything blocking wise. Such a beast. This could be... I don't think it's Demon Bolt. I don't think it is. I know it's not Behold. I'll walk in to run amok if they have it. It is kind of a free attack for them, but this could all... It's not the green pump spell that's Foretell. Okay. Faceless Haven is online. Could be the counter spell. Consider I'm playing 18 lands, Pilfering Hawk also gains utility in that way. apart the realm. Okay. They should have waited. I might have attacked them. I was strongly considering it. I'd like to get a Pilfering Hawk activation in, so if I don't have to use Icebind Pillar, I won't. Okay, so that's not Behold either. It's probably not Demon Bolt, or they would have killed this unless they just drew it. And yeah, Behold the Multiverse is the draw spell, and Demon Bolt is the deal 4 that has Force L in red. Yeah, Pilfering Hawk is just winning me the game, so definitely no regrets on playing that guy. Keep that guy locked down. Icebind Pillar's really good. It's hard to prioritize early because you might not get the Snowlands. Okay, yeah, they're just a little bit weak. They're probably that's just not a that's not a real play. I'll hit them for 1. It's a little bit aggressive to hit them for 1, but I gotta start chipping in or I'll never end the game. And they could have a bomb rare in their deck or something. This guy blocks. I can just go block, tap the other guy. Tap the guy that can actually attack. I can use my Inga. Next turn I'll probably play Inga in this. Also worth noting that this thing will kill my bird. Okay, I'll get rid of the Firewalker. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I'll play Inga, and then I'll hold up Tiller and Mistwalker and the Hawk, probably. You know, I'll probably just play another Mistwalker, actually. That was a good Scry 3, let's be honest. Get the attacks in, turn on the jets. And then I'm going to hold up Frostbite. Inga plays really well with removal spells because the way it works is if Inga trades with a creature and you kill a creature right before that happens, then you get to draw 3 cards. Because Inga counts. The creature that Inga traded with counts. Sorry for yawning. My opponent might know that, they might not know that. But basically, if I Frostbite this Augury Raven and then block their Breakneck Berserker with Inga, I end up home free. And they probably should attack. Maybe they shouldn't attack. I'll get another Snow Island. Gives me another blue source. Sure. We'll play another Mistwalker too. Shackles is not very good outside of black-red, where you can sometimes sack the creature you steal. Okay, so Inga will die. I'll draw 3. Yep. Nice. That worked out. Got the win. Feels good. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. This is definitely a keep. We have lands, spells. We do need to draw some early drops, but we have plenty of those in our deck. Got plenty of snow lands as well. That's actually a really good draw. Even though we don't have anything to use the mana on, just getting something into play will make us a lot more stable against an aggro threat. Green-white. Battlefield Raptor, sure. Oh, that's not good for me. They just start suiting this guy up. Okay, that's fine. That's actually a good draw. Okay, Foretell. If they go for another suit up on this thing, I'll have to kill it. Or bounce it, I mean. But for now, I'll just hold back. Take 2 a turn. Eventually, I can run ashore it, which will be much more effective. I can take advantage of the fact that this only costs 1 to use. Oh, so this could be a lot of different things now. One of the cool things about Basalt Ravager is because it's a wizard, it plays well with Karfil Harbinger. Because it's a wizard, this is a wizard. Okay, so I don't need any of these. I don't want lands, but I do want the Frostbite. Because I already actually have Frostbite on. And I actually have Depart the Realm up because I have the Karfil Harbinger. So I can block with impunity, and if they go for a combat trick, which one of these could be like +4/+4 or something like that, I could end up in very good shape. Currently, I'm fine taking 2 a turn, though. This is like a 6/4, so tapping that down, killing it with Ravager in a future turn is really nice. Let's get some damage in. This thing would be good, but it doesn't kill the Raptor yet. So when I run ashore using Karfil Harbinger mana next turn, I can put this on top and bounce this. They don't have blue mana, so they can't counterspell me. There is a card that always used to own me that gives hexproof in this set, I think. Snakeskin Bale. So maybe I should have been afraid of that. This guy is going to cause some problems. Okay. I'm going to do that. I still take 6, but this is much better than it could have been. I can deal 4, 7, 8, 12. Oh, that's so close to being able to be lethal. I did mess this up slightly, I will say. I let them get that one giant back into their hands so they could immediately foretell it. I should have done it backwards. I forgot that they could foretell it again. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to Basalt Ravager, block the Story Seeker, and then bounce it back to my hand with the Part the Realm, and then I'm going to Frostbite their other guy and chump block their last guy. And then I'll just kill them with the Ravager trigger. Oh, destroy all creatures. This deals 2 damage to all players, right? No, to each creature, okay. They're going to hit me for a lot of damage here. But I will draw 3, so if I draw any cheap wizard or giant, I will win. They're going to play their other guy, the Haster, yep. So they'll hit me for 5. Perfect. Got him. My other plan was going to be to Frostbite and zap that guy. Got there. That was a close one, though. Pretty cool game, though. Very interesting. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We have a good hand. All our colors. A couple of good lands. We're 2-1. We only lost to that ridiculous snow deck. Here, I think I'm going to just cast Glimpse. Actually, I already have turn 3 and turn 4 probably lined up. No, I don't have turn 4 lined up. I'll do this. Here, I am going to just take a snow-covered mountain. It makes my... Do I want to Stainful Stroke instead? Yeah, I just want... This makes my Faceless Haven better. And I don't have a Snowland yet. I guess I have Faceless Haven. I just want land drops because I have this Behold. So I want to make sure that I don't have to scry a land to the top with that. Mistwalker strikes again in all its glory. Yeah, they're playing a lot of colors. 5-color snow was a really good deck in this format. It's a big weakness for my deck in particular because I'm not aggressive. And you need to be aggressive to beat this deck, and my deck is not. They have 3 snowlands right now. Okay, I can start to compete on card advantage, though. I guess I should have done the Depart the Realm there. I'm going to take a big hit this turn, but I will make up for it next turn. They have 1, 2, 3 Snowlands. So this thing can kill my Ravager. Okay. Oh. That makes sense. It's a good play. Huge draw for me. Tap that guy. I have a bounce spell up. The hope is that I can survive this onslaught and then use Basalt Ravager to kill their Raven. Okay. This card's actually not that scary. Behold is pretty comparable, and I have a couple of those. The real problem is if they draw a Snowland to kill my Bergstrider. Oh, I actually get to own them here. Because they have 1, 2, 3 Snowlands. No blocks. I need to kill this Augury Raven, I think. Okay. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh no. So I actually have 4, 8, 10, 11. What? Four, 8, 12, 14, 15, 16. Yes! That's crazy. What a win. What a win. My gosh. Good job, deck. Good job. Faceless Haven for the win! See you next round. Welcome to another round. We're going to keep this. We've got Frostbite for the early turns. I don't think I've ever had a game where I cast my bounce spell to bounce their enchantment that was making their land into a snow land before. That was such a sick interaction. I should have played my other snow land. What if they play something I want to kill, like a Serolf's Packmate here? Or a Burgie? I'm lucky that I haven't faced any Serolf's Packmates. That card is crazy good. It always feels so demoralizing when they play it. One of the first commons where I was like, gosh darn it, they have a Serolf's Packmate. I can't possibly win. Snowland? That's better than nothing. I get to play this, and then next turn I can Basalt Ravager to kill their flyer. This turn I can kill their Firewalker. So they don't draw any extra cards. I can't believe they played that part of the card. I'm being safe here because I don't want there to be any mix-up. I really need to kill this before they get the Alrund into play. And so even though I could have dealt 3 to this, I need to be slightly more patient than that. Because they had 2 mana up. They could have a pump spell or... like, yeah. So now I get to kill this thing without any fear at all. Gosh, I really want to kill this. It's such an efficient turn, but I don't know if I can beat them playing this. I can't afford to attack here, because if they have a kill spell, I get so screwed. Okay, these are the obvious blocks. This thing costs more to activate, right? Costs 2, 4. They have to have 6 mana for this to work. So I can't activate that. What could they have? They could have... there's like a pump spell, but it's in white. They could be using Hagi Mob. So I shouldn't block this one, because they could then ping the Mistwalker. I'll block like this and see what they have. I don't think I'll come out in in decent shape here, no matter what, I think. Because I don't think there's one card that can win them both combats. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that's what they have. Sure. That's fine. See, the reason this is fine is trading a 4/4 for a 5/4 and a 3/3 for a 4/2 is totally fine, and it spends their whole turn. And I only take 3 damage to get it done. And now I get to really turn the table on them. I'll tap that guy. Send this guy. And I'll just block their Augury Raven. No. Oh. That's bizarre. Okay, I'll keep the 4/5. Holds that guy back pretty well. Frostalker is a problem, but they don't seem to be too heavy snow. Okay, of course they have that. That's really bad. Really not great for me. Looks like they're just blue-red snow, and then they're playing some off-color snow lands. Huh. They kept a land on top. Do they have a squash? Send in Lagoons. I really hope they don't have squash. Okay. Whew. Their Frost Augur does not seem that good in their deck. I'm going to chump block with my Carful Harbinger, 100%. Actually, I'm not going to. I'm okay taking 5. I'm at 14. That was a phenomenal draw. They have a lot of cards in hand, and they just cast this card, so I know they have something. And so I'm not going to go too ambitious and try to, like, kill them this turn. Got my Hexproof guy. Did they keep on top with their scrying? Now I will block, because this guy's not doing much for me. And going to 4 is much scarier. Sure. Owner's Library, return to hand. Okay. Sure, I'm glad that I know about that. So they have to block at least one of these guys, which means they'll probably double block one. But if I attack with my flyer, then they have to block one of these guys. So I have 3 lethal threats, and they can't let 2 of them through. They have to block 2 of them. So I can essentially trade off my flyer for their flyer, and then play Pilfering Hawk if I want. Because this can become a lethal threat. I like keeping this guy back as a blocker for their Raven guy. Okay, Frostpeak Yeti can't be blocked, and there's a flyer that can block my flyer. They spend 2, 4, 5, 6 mana activating this thing so that it can kill my Hawk. I'm probably okay with that. Because they have to do that and play a flyer. Because just that thing won't kill me. Okay. I'll go to 1. I wasn't going to beat a run amok anyway. Yes! Nice. That was close. Very close. Got there in the end, though. Wow, what a win. This has been fun. See you next round. Welcome to another round. This is certainly a keep, but it is worth noting this is the first hand I've had that doesn't have snow mana. That can be incredibly detrimental. But I do have a couple 3-drops. I got my Inga. This card's terrifying when it is active. Luckily, I have some bounce spells. But if they can get this going early, I'm in trouble. So normally I would play the Mistwalker, but I'm going to play the Firewalker here because then if they do put 2 counters on this, I can still trade. Actually, no, it'll get Menace. It won't matter. Perfect. I'll keep the Snow Mountain because that'll help me activate the Faceless Haven in the future. If they cast 2 spells, like these are both cheap foretells, that's pretty unlikely. It could happen, but it's not that likely. I'm thinking of like 2 of the card that you foretell, and then it costs 0 to cast. It's like a 2/3. There's like Iron Price, which could get me here. Or that. Okay. Yep. Sometimes you're going to get wrecked by the Turgrid. Just the nature of the beast. Or Sigrid. Sigrid! Gotta make your attacks anyway. For the best. Oh, okay. Trying to figure out what I want to do. I want to bounce this. Or put it on top and bounce my Jamulet. Giant's Amulet. But I might just bounce it and then put something else on top for them. Like their Blood Sky Berserker. Attacking or blocking creature. Put into its library. So I get another triple scry here. Don't need any of these. I'll just take the Mistwalker. Make sure I draw a spell. Okay, Disdainful Stroke is going to be good at this stage of the game. Sure. I want to get the attack in before Sigrid was around. And then I'm going to equip. And the reason I'm going to equip, even though I'd rather hold up my mana, is because if I hold up my mana, they'll know I have Disdainful Stroke, which means they'll play around it. Not that they can necessarily play around it perfectly, but... play around Sigrid by blocking with my Hexproof guy. Ooh, that is good. I'll draw Snowland eventually to activate that thing. Already only put one Snowland to the bottom. I think the bounce spell is going to be better. Now I can hold up Behold and my bounce spell and my counter, and it's all good. Do I want that to happen? Do I care if this thing dies? Not really. I don't think I'm going to draw the 3 cards off at this game with Sigrid being involved. Sure. Well, those are incredible, especially with this bounce spell to reset it. And I have 3 snow lands. Snow permanents. Certainly do. I kind of want to keep holding up this Disdainful Stroke, because I think I can't really lose as long as it's up. And I can Basalt Ravager to kill Turgid or Sigrid. So it might be tempting to Frostbite this thing, but if they cast another spell, it'll get 2 counters, so I'm just going to wait. And I do it now, and then it doesn't matter what they have. Kill that guy. Play a land, go to combat. Attack with the 2 that... Yeah, now I can just wait. Because I'm representing holding up Mistwalker Pump on defense to block the Raptor. And now I get to counter their Furia, which is huge. Now that I have my counterspell out of my hand, I can just go all out here. Definitely not going to do that one. I'll just attack with these 2 guys. Because I can bounce my Basalt Ravager and then ping something for 4 again, which is really good. So this is essentially a removal spell as long as Basalt Ravager is alive. And if I draw a Snowland, I get a 4/3. So, like, some of my lands are fine draws. Sure, no chance I care about the Pilfering Hawk enough to outweigh my Ravager's value. Well, that's a disgusting draw. I should have pumped this guy once. I wanted to save this thing to activate on their turn. Huh. I'm just going to keep making them hold up their Sigrid mana. They do only have 5 mana, and I have like a billion. Sure, they only have 2 cards in hand, but it's still Not great to always hold stuff up. Okay. Oh, I should have activated it first. Whoops. Yep. Here comes Sigrid. Okay. Oh my gosh, protection from god creatures is so funny. Okay. Half my creatures can't deal with Sigrid. That's super funny. Okay. Well, I'm going to foretell that. And then I'm going to kill Sigrid this coming turn. I really want to get my Icebind Pillar unlocked, but I'm going to do this instead. There's just so much power to get this guy back. And it unlocks a nice attack. Yes! Got the win. Wow, after that first round, we've been not cruising exactly, because a lot of these rounds have been super close, but we've been on a bit of a rampage here. I'll see you folks next round. Welcome to round 7. We're 5-1, which is pretty cool. One thing I wanted to note about Karfeld Harbinger is the reason I'm able to play 2 Run-Ashores is because I have the Harbinger to help me cast those extra 6-drops. Because normally 6-drops are a little bit finicky, but when you have some extra mana production, it really makes it easier. So like this would be really clunky because I would be, but like now I get to cast 1 on turn 5, 1 on turn 6 instead of. Oh gosh. This Priest of the Haunted Edge is looking pretty good for them, let's be honest. Tyvar Kel. That is bad. It is very bad. Thank goodness. That was lucky. I'm glad this targets Planeswalkers too. Maybe I should have played Pilfering Hawk, but I don't really want to discard my Run-Ashores anyway. My first Serulf's pack mate. That card is nutty, but they did mulligan, so we're fine still. They played Tyvar Kel and Serulf's pack mate, and we're still hanging on. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to put the Mistwalker into their library because it's the most expensive card to recast. and save my Mistwalker. Nice little 2-for-1 from the run ashore. I keep owning Priest of the Haunted Edge with my bounce. Like, protect my creatures, stuff like that.
I'm a little bit worried about them having the fight spell, but I'm not going to play around it. Yep, they did have it.
Bummer. Because they knew I had the Mistwalker, so again, if I don't play into it, they'll just toast me anyway. I'm going to be pilfering away this mountain. That card's good. I thought they might use this thing. That's actually a very helpful draw. Because now I can block the Finn. And I can double block Horizon Seeker if they go for that. Has to be used to sorcery. They might not have the mana to do that. Or they probably do. I'll just triple block Finn if he attacks me again. I have a lot of guys now. Because he only has 1 power, so you can just like block him with everything. He can only kill one of them. That's why I'm not super worried about it. Sure. See, the funny thing about this attack with the Packmate is I can quad block it and they can't kill everything. They can only kill one thing. I'll save the triple block Finn trick for a later day. So I'm up to 6 poison. So I'll triple block Finn if it attacks me this turn. Well, that's really bad for me. Could have bounced one of their tokens. I'm actually going to attack with the Hawk because I don't want to loot away this Basalt Ravager. I need to draw something, though, because I can't kill Svella currently. I'm one thing away. That's a good draw. And now I can kill Svella. Thank goodness, all these are wizards. I didn't double check that this was a wizard. I'll attack with both. Gotta get some damage in. I'll reload with a fresh hand next turn. Oh, killing Svella was huge. I hope you are starting to see why I was so attached to this Basalt Ravager. Like, in blue-red specifically, it's absolutely absurd how good it is. And so, like, just playing this and then bouncing it or things like that is super powerful. Also, Pilfering Hawk has been clutch. Oh no. Well, those are both insane here. I'll take the Berg Strider. I don't foresee myself dying to this Maya right now. If I attack with this thing, they'll block it with this guy. I can tap this guy. And they'll die. So if I attack with this, then they have to block with Maya and stuff. We'll hold back 2 chump blockers. Oh, if I'd attack with everything, they were technically dead, but if they have a spell, then I would lose, so play around that. So they do have a spell. Okay. This is why you play it safe. This is why you hold back 2 chump blockers, so that you don't die unless they top deck something now. Okay. So I have 2 attackers that are lethal here. I can tap the Mistwalker. Attack with my lethal attackers. They'll chump, trade. I tap Mistwalker. I don't think I'm dead on board, which is all that I care about. Oh gosh. Really bottom of the barrel here. Okay. So they have 1 card in hand. I'm going to assume it's nothing. I can kill these 2 guys with my land. And I have 3 attackers, and I can tap one of their guys. So I assume that's what I'm going to do. Why was I going to tap my Faceless Haven? I'm just double checking to see if they're dead on board. I'll double check this so we can all talk through it together. Okay, so I have... This costs 6 mana because it's 5 to activate and this. So 1, 2... So I... 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. Oh, I'm actually not able to do that. So I would have to go really close, cut it close. So I'd activate the Frostpire. That would wipe out this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. I activate the Icebind Pillar, tap the Horizon Seeker. I attack with both my guys. Oh, that's actually super good too, because then when they chump block with this thing, it'll wipe out the Horizon Seeker as well. But I would be dead if they had a kill spell because the Mistwalk would work. So what I was going to do with activate Frostpire, it would kill this, 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 and this. I then have 2 attackers versus their 2 blockers. I tap one of them with the Icebind Pillar. I tap the Horizon Seeker. And then I attack with both. They block Maya onto my Bergstrider. They take 3. If they do somehow kill the Inga Rune Eyes, I just lose the game. But they have a blank in their hand, presumably. But yeah. Crazy one. Ooh, actually. I have a Giant's Amulet, so and I do have the mana, I think. I have just enough. I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll have still the 1 left over to activate the Pillar. So I would activate Pillar to tap this guy, activate Giant's Amulet to put it on Pilfering Hawk, and then I attack with everything, all 3 of these guys. Unfortunately, I can't keep this guy alive, but I could keep my Pilfering Hawk alive with the Giant's Amulet, and then I'll have a hexproof blocker for if they do kill one of my attackers, they still have to chump the other one, and all their guys will be dead except for the Mist Walker, which I will then chump, and I'll then be able to still win, because then next turn I can attack with Faceless Haven. So I think I was going to win this game. Perfect. Cool analysis. Talk to you in the final round. Welcome to the final round. We have a sketchy hand here. We're going to keep it on the draw. We have 18 lands in the deck, so that increases our odds of hitting our 3rd land for this, and our 4th land for this, and our 5th land for this. Ooh. Oh, opponent. Your battlefield raptor shall fall to the might of my Mistwalker. At some point. Yeah, going 2, 3, 4 against this deck is going to be really good for me. Oh, gosh. That's annoying. This card's normally not that great, and it's not really... One of the reasons Mistwalker is so good is because a 1/4 flyer blocks everything. Okay. And one of the reasons Bergstrider is so good is because it helps stabilize against these sorts of starts. Okay. I'm just going to use this now. Kill the X-Guard Cavalry. And that'll prevent them from doing anything too crazy going forward. Or at least for the next turn. And then I can play Bergstrider, and then I can eventually bounce this Ravager back to my hand. I just don't want them to give anything crazy haste. Tap that guy. The next turn I can finally just play Inga and hold up Depart and foretell Depart the Realm so I can eventually bounce this, play it again. Don't need. Yes, please. As the saying goes. So I can bounce this, play it again, kill their 4/4. Cannot block alone. It can attack alone, though. 4-mana 4/4 attackers are scary. Scary. Ooh. Okay. I see how it is, opponent. Well, this is gonna not be good for them. Let's just be honest about that. Killing 1, 2, 3, 4 of their creatures and none of my own. Once I bounce this back to my hand. Yeah, that's not going to end well for them. At all. Ouch. That's not going to go well for them. Frostpire is really good when it is good, which is why it's such a good pick for a deck. Okay, this card's really good too. It's a 4-mana 5/1 trample that then turns all of your creatures into monsters. I want to know what they're going to do about this, but I don't think they're going to do anything. That's my theory. This is probably the biggest Frostpire I've ever had in my entire life. Oh, yeah, I'll keep both those. Those both seem good. I think I shouldn't have attacked there.
That was overly aggressive. Because they still have threats.
In play. I just need to be a little bit more careful next time. There's a combat trick that gives double strike, but it costs 3 mana, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, do I just kill them here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 wizards. It's 3, 7, 8, 9. Yep, they're dead. Four, 7. Yeah. Boom! Let's go. 7 straight wins. I mean, Basalt Ravager was absolutely insane in this entire draft. Hopefully that became pretty obvious why I was so, why I had, no red cards, but I really wanted to play that card still. But wow, what a performance by the deck. There were some really close games there. Gotta be said, Frostpire coming in clutch in both of our final 2 rounds was absolutely huge. Got all the way up to 7 wins. Let's take one last look at the deck. If you did make it all the way to the end of this video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag clutch basalt because the Ravager was absolutely huge, or just leave hashtag massive Frostpire because those are 2 of the coolest moments. There were some really crazy ones though. We had a moment where we departed the realm on their enchantment that was on their land to save our 4 toughness creature from their priest. We had some insane games where we almost ran out of cards and still barely won. We drew some cards with Inga. We had honestly just some absurd matches, and it was a lot of fun playing them. Hopefully you saw the power of having some snow lands because these Berg Striders were excellent. The Frostbite being able to do 3 damage to take out that Tyvar Kell that one game was huge. Just things like that. And Icebind Pillar, of course, being absolutely huge. Really was happy with the Pilfering Hawk. 2-1 split with those was really much better than just 3 Harbingers. But yeah, overall, really fun draft, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more draft content. Let me know what types of videos you'd like to see in the future and any feedback you have on this one, and I will talk to you next time.